Monday after the Browns lost to the Steelers in Pittsburgh. And Mary Kay, the good news for the Browns coming out of that loss is it appears they will have their starting quarterback when they play Cincinnati on Sunday at First Energy Stadium. Baker Mayfield, who injured his hand, played through the second half. Freddie Kitchens said today that Baker should be good to go this week.
Yeah, you know what? They really dodged a bullet with that. When the way that he was walking off that field, I thought for sure that it was broken. But x-rays came back negative, and they feel that he shouldn't even miss any practice time this week. And that's really good because, you know, if they win out, they still have a chance to make the playoffs. Now, it's a long shot because they'd have to beat the Ravens, but they're not out of this thing just yet.
Yeah, well, and if they are going to beat the Ravens, they've got to do it with Baker Mayfield. It's probably not going to happen if Garrett Gilbert is your starting quarterback. And, for everything bad that happened in that game yesterday, it does say something about Mayfield, the toughness he showed to put the glove on the hand, play with that huge wrap that we saw after the game, to play through that injury and continue to show up for his teammates. I know they've got to at least respect that a little bit.
Yeah, it was not lost on his teammates at all. We talked to a number of them. Demaryius Harris called him a warrior. Sheldon Richardson talked about the toughness and the gutsiness he showed. Sheldon, by the way, ran into a heater and he really hurt his neck, but he also came into the game. So he complimented Baker for coming back in and showing that bravery.
I've seen those heaters. Those things are big and look very heavy. So that's no small thing to run into. Now, another story from yesterday was Demaryius Randall. He did not make the trip to Pittsburgh. Some sort of discipline. Freddie Kitchens would not elaborate on what happened with Randall, but it sounds like Randall should be back this week.
Yes. Again, Freddie Kitchens always keeps his business with the players between him and the player, and I can respect that. That is what you would expect and want your head coach to do. And like he said, ask Demaryius. Well, we didn't have a chance to do that because he wasn't in the locker room today. Demaryius is usually very forthcoming, and he probably will either tell us or kind of give us an indication of exactly what happened. But as of right now, we don't know. And again, like Freddie said, it really wasn't the middle of the field that they struggled on. It was, it was the outside. It was the sideline passes that Duck Hodges was completing to James Washington.
Yeah, he had praise for rookie Sheldrick Redwine, who stepped in. Justin Burris stepped in as well. And we even saw a little JT Hassel in this game getting the first defensive snaps of his career. And, of course, Greg Robinson, the Browns struggled on the offensive line. Justin McCray started again at left tackle. It's been an issue for the heat Greg Robinson takes. It has been an issue when he has not been out there. And it was an issue on Sunday. He remains in the concussion protocol. It's just something we're going to have to keep an eye on as the week goes along.
Absolutely. And, the more I think about it, again, like you said, when you see somebody step in there and try to replace him, it seems to me that Greg Robinson is a serviceable left tackle. If it were me, I would re-sign him.
And you know what you're going to get. So even if they don't re-sign him, at least if you have him out there for the 4 games, you know what you're going to get out of him for the remainder. Maybe you can bring him back and bring in some competition, let somebody beat him out for the job, but at least he gives you some sort of competence at that position. And this team needs that along that offensive line. All right, we'll have full coverage of everything that happened here in Berea today. And as the week goes along, it's all at cleveland.com/Browns, which is also where you sign up for Football Insider for $3.99 a month. You get a daily newsletter. You get texts from Mary Kay. Click on the banner at the top of the page to sign up for that.